Once again, thank you for joining us this evening. It's good to see everybody. Relatively brief teaching tonight, because sometimes the simplest teachings can be the most profound. Judaism makes it clear that we need to care for each other. In this week's Torah portion, Teitzei gives us reminder after reminder. In Teitzei, we read, if we see someone's animal go astray or if we find a lost item, we can't ignore it. Even if we don't know where the person lives, we've got to try to take it back. If someone's animal is fallen in the road, again, we can't ignore it. We have to help. We can't abuse or take advantage of our workers. We have to pay them on time. We can't abuse or take advantage of those without power. And if someone needs a loan, we have to be reasonable about what we ask for in collateral. We need to be honest in business. And when it comes to food, we can't be selfish. We have to make food available for those who need assistance and preserve their dignity in the process. We need to build a parapet on our roof. And okay, that one might need a little bit of explanation. So think flat Middle Eastern roof that doesn't have to worry about a lot of snow. The roof would be a place that you would hang out, visit, even sleep out on, because they didn't have basements. We know something about not having basements. So you have to have a railing, a parapet, a railing around the roof so people don't fall off, right? That's basically about safety, caring for other people in the most basic of ways. Now, all of this is in this week's Torah portion. Mitzvah after mitzvah, commanding us, encouraging us to feel the sacred sense of obligation to care for each other. It could be a stranger or a relative. It could be in a formal setting or someone you just come across in the street. It could be something that we have to react to right then and there, or it could be something that we have to plan for. In every way, the Torah is basically telling us that in every aspect of our lives, we cannot just look out for ourselves. We have to care for others. This is what God expects of us. I know. We have to let God know that times have changed, and it just can be too much sometimes. I mean, how can we return lost objects and visit sick people and comfort mourners and offer hospitality and be honest with other people and not gossip about anybody and not embarrass other people? And we have to give tzedakah and we have to drop everything to help someone change a tire? I mean, that's a lot. Doesn't God know about Netflix or Facebook or Instagram? I mean, liking someone's post is the same as hospitality, right? I do believe that God knows about Netflix and all of the other wonderful ways that we entertain ourselves and occupy our times. And I know that we are living in a complicated world. And it was a complicated world before there was a pandemic or dozens of major fires burning in California or another massive hurricane that we've experienced in Louisiana and Texas. Before the unrest in many cities or professional sports leagues pausing play for the sake of activism and everything else that's going on. We are living in complicated, challenging times on so many levels. And the beauty of Judaism, the beauty of our tradition is that regardless of when we're living, certain aspects of our tradition never change. And even though Reform Judaism looks very different than Orthodox Judaism, all of us are expected to care for people. In complicated times, we may have to get creative, but we're still expected to care for people. Times have changed. We may not need to bring a donkey back to our neighbor's house. The principles continue to guide our ideals and our actions. The life we live is an expression of the Judaism we live. Caring for others has never been convenient. And it's not always fun. I mean, let's face it. And in Judaism, it has never, ever been optional. It's simple. It's straightforward. There are numerous mitzvot, dozens and dozens of mitzvot imploring us to act for the benefit of other people, our family, our neighbors, our friends, and strangers that we've never met before, our multiple communities. All of these mitzvot will always be sacred obligations. During this month of Elul, this time of reflection, it's up to us to figure out how can we meet those divine expectations. Shabbat Shalom. Good Shabbos, everyone.